we're going to talking shit. I mean, I normally don't touch these subjects, but here lately, I mean, I've been overwhelmed of a lot of things. And to be totally honest about it, I mean, here we're seeing patterns that honestly are they're going downhill. Truly, that we're seeing patterns that men are not wanting to marry, or just shying completely away from it. Do not even want to talk of the subject. I have two nephews that will not even hear this, nor want to talk of the subject of marrying. We have a lot going on. I mean, we have the issue that white men are privileged and all this stuff. We have quite a lot and going on that kind of really needs a lot of things said and done about it. I mean, truly, things are on a downhill spiral. That if something is not met and changed in that deal, we're going to see one of the biggest demise in the population of the world that we've ever seen, just because men are refusing to marry and a whole lot of stuff. And that is a fact. We don't only have that. We have so much that is truly, honestly, going on that at this point in time that it's honestly going to be a demise of society as we know it. That, like I said, men are refusing, strictly, flat-ass refusing to marry. Women, a lot of women do honestly accept the fact and are not condoning it neither. I mean, and it's not just women in particular. I mean, we have, like I said, we have the deal about all white men are privileged and all this shit. That I mean, it's just asinine statements. When I come my own self from West Virginia, that are genuinely is a genuine, really good state, and stuff that in the past few years the population has dwindled so much over jobs. Right now there's an epidemic with meth. I mean seriously, and stuff like that. And we have so much that's going on. I mean, you can't cover everything that is going on at this point in time. I mean, Q Mad. Who the hell's Q Mad, bro? I don't know Q Mad. I have no idea who the hell Q Mad is, bro. Honestly, dude, I have no damn idea who Q Mad is. Who's that, bro? Please explain, dude. I have no idea who Q Mad is. I mean, really. I don't no Q mad. Let's go your channel and check you out. Oh, Lord, bro, I don't think I'd put my real name up in my shit, dude. I mean, just being honest with you, bro. Okay. Are you Mexican, bro? As I think, please, PUBG. I'm thinking, if I'm typecasting you, bro, I'm sorry on that deal. To be totally honest with you, dude. Just really trying to understand what. Oh yeah, you're Spanish. That much I gather. Okay, bro, you're Spanish. Got you. So you probably mean you mad? No, I'm not mad, bro. It's like I was saying. My question to you, bro, are you mad because Trump's building a wall and shit? I mean, to be totally honest and straight up and right out front with it, are you mad over that? I mean, a lot of Spanish people are mad over it. I mean, to be straight up and out front with it, I mean, I could ask you if you're mad over that. We could probably go there, but end of the day, totally, straight up, whether anyone wants to agree or disagree, if society in general does not take a different outlook, we are going to see race wars. We're going to see a further drop in marriages right now than we're seeing. I mean, we're seeing states get becoming overrun from people looking for jobs because of some states are failing, namely coast states. This has been going on for quite a bit. That no one wants to see their kids and stuff to have to move to find work when there's just no work, period, here in the in my state. Absolutely. I mean, so I mean, and then, like I said, we have the deal when it comes to a lot of things. I mean, there's a lot of subjects on the table at this point in time that just are genuinely bad, and I mean, and you have people provoking this shit on, wanting to see race wars and stuff, and then you have
they spotted you.
There's a lot going on, dude. I mean, you cannot honestly touch on every bit of it without making some group pissed off about it, and that's a fact. I mean, straight up fact. You'll absolutely piss a lot off by even talking about it. I mean, straight up. And normally I don't like talking about none of the shit because, I mean, if you want to be technical, I just honestly haven't cared that much until all the toxic crap just keeps happening. I mean, let's just be honest, dude. There's a lot of toxic shit goes on. We got kids that gets on the internet, goes on media sites, YouTube, Facebook, all these social medias, Instagram, Twitter. They're toxic. They raise hate and all this shit, and then it just keeps going. I mean, it genuinely keeps going that people won't. Just honestly, it's crazy shit, dude. I mean, it's sincerely crazy shit.
Search each one for the hostage.
That honestly, I mean.
Located the hostage.
I don't get the
take care of the rest.
The end game of what people think they're accomplishing whatsoever on it. I do not get their end game. I mean, I just honestly do not. In the end, just like the crap when it comes to all the other bullshit about, like I was talking about the marriages and that stuff. In the bitter end, it hurts the economy, it hurts the population, and a lot of other things. It truly does. And white men are privileged. White man, I don't know what fucking planet you come from, but not on mine. I mean, absolutely not on mine, dude. That any white man in the state of West Virginia that was ever privileged or didn't have to work for what they have and stuff. If that's being privileged, working your ass off for what you got, well, I guess they are, dude. I mean, because most have a drive to them to, you know. But on the same hand, back to the subject about marriage. Okay. Men are untrusting of women in general, of the simple fact that men feel if they marry, they have a kid, marrying alone will set you back big time financially. If you end up divorcing, having a child into it not only will it will devastate you to where you probably will struggle to have another relationship and be able to afford that. I mean, because the odds are really stacked against a man in marriage, and it's not just the odds; it's the law. I mean, and then if you married a vindictive woman that does not want to let you participate in your child's life, it can happen. I mean, it honestly can happen that they can keep you out of the child's life all the way around. I mean, because child advocate don't give a damn about you and a man and his rights. All they give a damn about is getting that money that they say they're a non-profit organization, which, I mean, for a non-profit organization, tends to profit a whole hell of a lot from it. And so you, therefore, being a man, you really have no rights towards your child. I mean, with a vindictive woman, want to have you in that child's life, the prospects of losing your your money, your home, your basically your living damn near, because you'll be working for them, for another man to be under your roof. And a lot of men like, hey, you make sure you right with them child support payments, or bro. I mean, yeah, there's men like that because they're dumbasses in their own right, because if they weren't, they would totally understand that that shit can happen to their ass just as well as it happened to them. I mean, to the guy that they're making fun of. I mean, you know, straight up. I mean, men are stupid. Seriously, being a man, I don't care to say that. In general, men are damn stupid. And that's a fact. Men are stupid for the simple reason that they don't realize that shit can happen to them, man. And then they could be the one on the receiving end of that deal, instead of the guy they're making fun of. Absolutely. And not just that when it comes to it. I mean, there's men that pretty well portray that same road about when it comes to how they do women. I mean, they are men that are definitely douches, absolutely. And there's good women that has children and has to raise them by themselves because of deadbeat men that will contribute to the well-being of their own child. Absolutely they are, but has it went too far? I think it has, to be honest. I honestly really think it has went too far, just of the simple fact that we have men that are I mean, a lot of kids, they'll say, well, I don't know why this generation is like they are by marriage. They have watched their fathers go through it and know that they've their mom's been vindictive or whatever, kept them out of their life. That's one thing about a child that is a fact. You can do whatever you want to keep the father out of their life, but the child will honestly turn 18 years old eventually, and then, you know, they're going to find out how you did, how they did, rather, to keep to keep whoever out of their kid's life, and then you know, it is one of the things that that needs addressed. I mean, a lot of women, well, I won't say a lot, they are women that do not give a damn, period, even when it comes to the child, as so much as that it's an income. I mean,
my Warframe is strong.
Seriously. If it wasn't the case, man, you wouldn't see these gold diggers, 20 in their 20s marrying men that are in their 70s just because they're rich. I mean, it says a lot. I mean, it truly does. It says tremendous amounts. They are proven gold diggers, and there's men that do that too. So, what do you say? You condone it? You don't condone it? I mean,
mission complete.
I mean, by all rights, there's a there's an acceptable gap between ages of men and women, and men like say 60, 70, 80-year-old man is with a is with a younger woman, it's acceptable, regardless of their age. I mean, you know, they're 18 and above, it's genuinely acceptable. But if you see a woman that old with a guy that young, it's totally guys, oh, that's sick and all this and that shit. I mean, seriously, I've had a bunch of guys say that you know, that's sick. That's definitely not acceptable. That, you know, she's way too old to be running around with young men like that. But on the same hand, you know, we see these older men doing the same thing, but socially it's acceptable. I mean, it's really no different than one or the other. Truly, it's no different. If a guy is that old, and I mean, let's just be honest, if you're that old and you're with a woman in her 20s and 30s, it's money, bro. Don't try to fool yourself that it's not money, dude. It's money, period. I mean, people always say, well, it's the size of your dick's how women love you. No, it ain't, bro. It's your money, dude. They will love you. You don't have to have a big dick to get a beautiful woman. All you gotta do is have a good, healthy wallet, and that's a fact. I mean, or be a genuinely decent person that is reliable and trustworthy, and you will. But this bullshit, it's a big dick and all that. Yeah, them big dick ones might be the ones they'll cheat with, but they'll always go back to the reliable one. That's a fact. I mean, you want to talk facts, that's a fact. Absolutely straight up. I mean, and men cheat. I mean, same on the same accord when it comes to do you want a whore or do you want a housewife? Because you can't make a whore and a housewife. That's a fact too. And I mean, so you're going to go for the more reliable, homebodied type woman than you are this Facebook thought or whatever that's going to be nothing but heartache and anguish to you. I mean, if you condone into that shit, dude, I mean, it's no damn wonder your life's a fucking mess. But on the same hand, in my honest opinion, if you don't love yourself, I mean, genuinely love yourself, you're not going to love anyone else anyway. So, and that's my opinion, but it's true. I mean, and if you can't your fellow man and have at least some sort of empathy and love in your heart, period, I mean, you really don't care that much for people or anything, dude, in general. And it's no wonder that people are rejecting society in general. I am one that does my own self when it comes to being sociable and looking for something that, to be honest, I don't feel that right now in general
security measures.
that is honestly going to exist at this point. I mean, it just honestly does. I mean, when I was younger and I first started dating and stuff, when I was, which, you know, to be totally honest, I was in my
Scene.
I was 19 years old before I ever, when I lost my virginity, and that's true. And I don't give a damn, you know, what anyone thinks about that. That was a personal choice that I felt that I should worry more about my life and where I was going to go in my life before I went out, got women pregnant, had kids, with no means to support them or to take care of them. I mean, so I did decide that I would absolutely have a life before I went out and brought bad shit upon myself, dude. I mean, it's just being honest. And a lot of people don't think out their future. And being on YouTube like I have been, and gaming in general, I mean, been told so many times, you go out and have a life, this and that and shit. Dude, I have worked too. Worked really hard in my lifetime. But I don't guess you would know that, because for one thing, you don't fucking know me from the start. For another, I'm talking facts, dude, straight up. People are really quick to give their opinion of something they have no damn idea what they're talking about. Like the privilege deal that gets thrown around quite a whole hell of a lot is white man's privilege.
I will reward you should you perform the synthesis.
I ain't got none. But white men are privileged and all that shit. And where do you go? Got me shooting, you prick. Trap him, bro. Okay, but anyway, like I said, and then all the other crap. I mean, it's ridiculous, man. I mean, like I said, if you honestly believe that white men are totally privileged, man, you're kind of sad, dude, because they're not. I mean, absolutely not. And believe me, all white men did not have anything to do with slavery. Some states didn't condone it nor participate in it. I mean, to be honest about it, my state was one that did not participate in slavery. But
let's override the security.
All white men are genuinely held involved in it. I mean, if that was the case, Abraham Lincoln and all the white men that fought for the rights for the black community, and there have been quite a few that have.
I am pleased with your performance.
Kennedy, Middle Auger, and those guys, you know, that did fight for it, but you're throwing in their face that they didn't. I mean, you know, because you're saying, well, all white men are privileged, so therefore Abraham Lincoln was privileged, John F. Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, all those guys were privileged. That they, I mean, by all rights, the Kennedy boys were privileged as far as being born into rich families. I mean, as absolutely. I got to screenshot this, guys. We'll keep talking though, and So, if you mean all people are not born into privileged families. This all white men are privileged crap. I mean, is totally sad from people, dude. I mean, really. And that's just really true, dude. That's some sad shit that people think that. I don't know who the fuck you are, bro. Who the fuck are you, dude? Pinocchio, who the hell? I don't know, you're Pinocchio, bro. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know you, bro. Sorry, but I mean, when you really get, it's some sad shit, dude. I mean, really sad. And if you talk about this shit, you're absolutely gonna catch it, bro. I mean, you are going to catch it over it, dude. I mean, if you talk about how society has changed and how women get the better shake anymore, I mean, that's a fact. That's a fact. I mean, Twitch itself proves that every day. That and women, there's that the bullshit rumor that they well, it's not a rumor, it's the bullshit blunt lie they tell that women still do not get equal pay. That is a lie. They do. They get equal pay. I mean, they are statistics to prove this, that women do make just as much as men do. Men will choose dangerouser jobs than women, as why some men still make more money than them. But when it comes to being a CEO or anything like that, they do make just as much as a man does. So that is just a blunt, flat out, absolute misconception when it comes to that. In the United States, that is. Now, these foreign countries, I have no idea because I do not live there, and I prefer not to stick my nose in their politics like so many of those guys like to stick theirs into the United States. Canada being one of them that loves to stick their nose into the United States' business. That and England too, they love throwing it out there too, and their country is as fucked up as the United States is. That's a fact. I mean, absolutely.
Excavator deployed.
I mean, straight up, man. We're rough fucking times, dude. Absolutely. That, God damn it, I would have noted. Would get me. But, I mean, that's facts. I mean, we're talking. You want to talk absolute facts, though? That's facts, dude. All the way around. But nobody wants to talk about these subjects because of they don't want to piss women off, because they don't want the female groups on them, you know, and that stuff. And I mean, I don't really blame them when it comes to that, but nonetheless, I mean, men are not total dogs either, dude. I mean, and shouldn't be treated as such. I mean, just like women are not property, and damn sure should not be treated as. I believe in equal rights for women. I truly do. I mean, and I watched my mother and aunts and stuff back in the day when the struggle was truly going on. The struggle nowadays is self-created. They truly are. That is struggles that they want to make to, I mean...
You open the relic. Finish your mission and we'll take a look inside.
I mean, women, now, I think in some foreign countries, they really are, those ladies do have struggles. But here in the United States, only struggle they have anymore, dude, is the same struggles as men do. I mean, absolutely. When it comes to work and that, I mean, honestly. But other than that, dude, I mean, I just honestly believe that things get blown out of proportion. Like so much anymore, dude. I mean, there's a lot gets blown way the fuck out of proportion anymore. I mean, there honestly is a whole lot that absolutely gets blown plumb out of proportion.
Excavation complete. Look what we found.
I mean, and they are, man. They people refuse to admit this nowadays, and it's sad because, I mean, back in the day when the Ku Klux Klan and shit like that, I mean, which I think they're skinheads and neo-Nazis now, but I mean, I don't believe in that crap. I really don't. I think that we're all here for a short time, and because a lifetime is really a short time, and it honestly is. And I mean, it honestly is a short time, dude. It don't matter. And I mean, it really is. But
protect the remaining dig sites.
And we're at a point in time in society, man, that, I mean, if you really believe 90% of the media, I mean, you're foolish, dude. I mean, the media has been the way they are for years, bro. I mean, you can't believe half the shit you read, dude. I mean, as far as that goes, I think the media in the last presidency proved that of 90% of the shit they tried to keep hid and withheld and all that, man. And I mean, they've hated on Trump. Without a doubt, they've hated on Trump. And he is statistically, I mean, there's data to back it up. He has brought more jobs than our last president did already, and he's still in his first term. I mean, so, but people hate him. I mean, and they genuinely hate him, dude. It's something else. I mean, I don't give a fuck, bro. Thumbs down me all the fuck you want. I don't give a fuck if you like what I'm saying or not, bro. And that's a straight up fact there, dude. If you don't like it, that's fine. It's a fact. It's like this, straight up. When you hate on a culture, period, be it white, whatever, if you say white men are privileged, you are being racist all the way around. You are absolutely being racist. and something I get a lot, and I mean, you can go back to some of my old streams and see it as redneck hillbilly cousin, having sex with kin, your cousins and all that, which, I mean, you seem to think that's socially acceptable when in face, if that's not racism, I wouldn't know what is. I mean, to be totally honest about it, because you're picking a majority to ridicule and bastardize when you're being no better. I mean, so if you really think if you really think it bothers me that your thumbs down on this video, I could give a less a damn. I mean, seriously. So if you don't like what I'm saying, be a man about it and step up and, convince me otherwise. Seriously, convince me otherwise. Anything that I've said is a damn lie. Honestly, convince me otherwise that it's a lie. Show me statistics that says what I'm saying is a lie. If you feel that strongly that, what I'm honestly saying is a lie, that men aren't scared to be married. That's statistically proven, and a lot of documentary documented that it is proven that men are statistically scared to marry. This bullshit, white men are privileged, is just another way of being racist, whether anyone wants to admit it, period, or not. It is. It truly is, because all white men are not. It's like I said, if you feel that way, you would have to say that the white men that did fight for the equal rights and stuff were privileged men that, and if that being the case, why would they ever wanted to help period with it? Straight up. I know this video here would get some controversies and dislikes, and I really honestly do not care when it comes to it, because the trolling and all the bullshit that is happening, this crap where honestly, that you cannot speak, period. Well, you really don't even have to speak. All you gotta do is just put yourself on a certain platform that you'll have trolls, genuinely bad people with bastards, and if you might not like me calling you a bastard, but I'll call you what you are, because I'm a legitimate child that is not the damn that is honestly not the damn meaning of bastard, though that most genuinely think it is. It's not. It's a disrespectful child as a bastard.
Your hard work has just been rewarded.
That you want to be that asinine of a person that you will get on social media and you will call people names,
Go to the dig site.
talk shit about them, and then think that it's just the internet or whatever, and I can hide, like I said, hide behind the IP address and do it, and that and that's more than socially acceptable. You know, I can get on there, I can race hate on all races, but I mean that goes both ways when it comes to that deal of white, black, whoever that wants to get on social media and race hate all the way around either race, be it black, white, or whatever, and think that, man, it's all cool. It's just the internet, bro. It don't mean nothing. No, it don't mean nothing that your parents didn't raise your bastard ass good enough to teach you better than shit like that, dude. So I guess it don't mean anything, you know. Besides showing what piss poor parents you have, I mean, you know, that you not only get not just the internet, not just social media, that you will get on PlayStation, you will get on Xbox, you will get on PC, and you will be on there trolling people. I mean, you know, to be totally honest, it shows that you've been a neglected child, or that you haven't had a good father figure or mother figure in your life, that you would honestly act like that, man. I mean, and another thing, if you're, you can say, well, you don't know my parents, you don't know how I was raised. Well, I will say this much. No, I don't, but I can genuinely have to agree with one thing. If they raised you better, why the hell are you on there doing it? And if they were good parents, they would know you were on social media carrying on the fucking way you are. So, I mean, that just rules out good parenting all the way around there, dude. I mean, straight up. All the way around, that rules out being a good parent on the behalf of any kid, nor a young adult. I mean, or adult for that matter. I mean, that they would be on. Oh shit! I think I need that. Yes, I do need that. They would be on any social media doing the shit they do, you know, like these dumbasses that get on, oh fuck it, on all this shit and carry on the way they do, and then think, oh, it's all fine. I mean, it's just the internet. I mean, they are videos on people trolling, period, that have got consequences done to them for doing it. I mean, and thank God it's getting better when it comes to it, but on the same hand, is it really just the simple fact that it's back this way, bro? Is it really getting better because we still have so many doing it? I mean, is that really that fucking social acceptable that people can hide behind the internet to treat people the way they do? I don't think so. I mean, people go on wanting all kinds of things to happen and everything, but they don't want to change it. And I mean, one of the utmost biggest changes would be, honestly, to take any fucking body that is on the internet doing shit like that. I mean, like I said earlier on Twitch, and it's the truth. If you're on the internet doing that shit, they take pedophiles, they take their rights to be on the internet off. I think that if you're on the internet acting like that, they should take your damn rights away from you, that you don't need to be on it. But it's socially acceptable bullshit out of people. I mean, I mean, here we have 2 dislikes, 2 likes, 1 Q mad. I said, well, you mad? I asked an honest question. Honest, truly honest question. What are you mad because Trump is building a wall? I mean, I don't get it. I don't get it. I mean, we're the only country that's ever built a fucking wall to keep people out. Bullshit. China built one to specifically for that reason, to keep people out. If you want to go to being technical, normally, why do you build a wall? To keep people out. I don't support him on that. I truly don't. Of one simple fact. The drug cartels and that stuff, I absolutely support him of that. But keeping people out that refugees, stuff like that, I don't support him of that, because this country was founded by immigrants. So I do support him when it comes to the drug traffic and that stuff. I honestly do. I mean, absolutely. But as far as to keep them out for trying to find a better life, I honestly don't support that aspect of it, period. The drug traffickers, absolutely. To keep people out that are looking to better their lives in a absolutely not. I don't support that at all. I think that I mean, you know, it's not good in that sense. But let's just be honest, ever since 9/11, it's become harder to get into the United States, besides Barack Obama's terms as president. He made it easy. He truly made it easy. I mean, that's a fact. I mean, that is a true, honest fact of that deal. He made it easy for people to come to the United States, and he also made it easy for them to to draw on welfare and stuff, and that. Oh shit! I gotta equip it, and that aspect of it. I mean, that American taxpayers are paying for. Majority are kids that are listening to this and stuff that would not agree, period, that and do not understand that the country is trillions in debt that your tax dollars will pay for and pay, that will take decades upon decades of not just my child, but her children, their children, and then some to pay for all this. That I mean, it's just and then, you know, you take into account the homeless veterans and everything, that money is going out toward immigration and stuff that could be spent toward them and everything. It's it's a fiasco. Pardon my French, but half these fucking snowflakes need to come off their fucking high horse and worry about the veterans and the homeless people and the people living in poverty in the United States as to worrying about bringing more people in for lesser jobs. I mean, just because you're a dickhead and don't want to pay fucking taxes. And that is truly what it boils down to being. Absolutely boils down to being. Is that they want immigrants to come into the United States illegally so they can pay them cash, do not have to pay taxes on them. Therefore, they're not in the federal system that no taxes, no Social Security, none of that's been paid in. Therefore, the government itself is suffering. That other taxpayers have to make up for that your taxes raise and shit. If supporting lesser taxes is bad, I'm just totally fucking sorry on that deal. I'm a bad person because I'm a firm believer that I don't believe in big government. I honestly don't. So, for that reason, I could never be a Democrat. Because I do not believe in big government. Absolutely do not believe in it. I think that government can get too damn big, and that they already take enough from us here to because the cost of living is raising tremendously. 90% of her work is being outsourced. I mean, that's fact too. And all that shit. I mean, it's not just people coming here taking them. You have companies operating in the United States that take the jobs out of the United States to countries that they can work them there cheaper. And I mean, a bigger company profit and lesser jobs here in the U.S. I mean, and like I said, if we're that bad of a fucking country, why do so many want to come here? I mean, that's kind of contradicting, you know, of that deal. That's really contradicting of that deal that you know, you want to come here, you want to work, but you do not want to, you know, well, I hate the U.S. and all that shit. Then you got all the ones that went around the whole time Trump was running. Well, I'm leaving the U.S. If he becomes president. Shit, that was just total fucking lies. They didn't leave, you know. I mean, and then you got all the ones hates on the damn military for everything they do when it's really not the military, it's the fucking government that you vote in. I mean, so, I mean, but you would rather blame the military for your troubles and then the government, and they say, well, they didn't have to do it. No, really, they did have to do it because they could be court-martialed and shot for not doing it. So they really did have to do it, you know. Oh, and if not shot, at least jail time and a dishonorable discharge. I mean, you know, like to where no one in the United States would want or even think about giving them a job because they was dishonorably discharged from the military, you know. I mean, you know, because your young kids and you do not understand how it works, I mean, and then you got these bottom-feedered fucking lawyers that absolutely will sue any fucking body for any damn reason. I mean, but one thing lawyers and politicians have in common, usually lawyers become politicians, and I mean, that says a lot there too. Because a lawyer catches you at the vulnerablest point in your life to take advantage of you, and will charge you an arm and a fucking leg to do it. I mean, go deal with the court system for one thing and see how much it costs you to deal with it. I mean, a lawyer in a divorce proceeding, and a man in the United States is held responsible for both attorney fees, his and his spouse. I mean, and that's a fact. I mean, it's sad shit. It's very sad shit. But like I said, this is things that people tend to really get pissed and hate on you over, is that you tell the truth. The truth hurts. That is a fact. The truth hurts big time. I mean, the truth will wreck your ass, dude, and it hurts. It honestly hurts, dude. Some people cannot stand the truth, and I mean, that's a absolute fact on that one. A lot of people can't stand the truth, and the truth is that fact, I mean, most that don't want that wall built, being truthful, is people that do not want to pay taxes on their housekeepers and stuff like that. And I mean, it's the truth, man. I mean, which, I mean, they should have to. I mean, to be totally honest about it, they absolutely should have. I mean, if you work someone, you should be obligated to pay taxes on them, period. I mean, absolutely. But, I mean, that's the truth. That's 90% of why. And then there are people that genuinely feels that, you know, it's not right of other reasons, but you do have that majority that the only reason they're pushing for that fucker not to be built. I mean, we've had a government shutdown going on for quite a bit of really asinine shit. They don't want to give him money for a fucking wall. I mean, and so now he decides, which, I mean, wasn't part of the military, because it is going to take funds from them, he made means to get that money regardless. He didn't want to do it that way, but he did it that way anyway. I mean, so, like it or lump it, he's going to build that fucking wall, dude. I mean, that's a fact. I don't think there's anyone, hey bro, what's up, that's going to stop Donald Trump from building that fucking wall, man. And like I said, I normally don't like to talk politics, but that's one time I will talk them, because, I mean, people need to just quit being asinine, and if you don't like him that bad, dude, you got 2 more years, and then try to vote him out, man. I mean, but I've done made my prediction. And what a lot of young people don't realize, Donald Trump wasn't voted in because who he is. He was voted in as a damn statement that people weren't going to take the government shitting on him the way they've been doing it. I mean, my God, man. Nobody said that much over Yeah, I'm going on a rant, bro. I got to get it out of me, dude. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I've put up with so much bullshit, and half them. I mean, I'm going to go through my Facebook, bro, and I am absolutely going to clean it out, dude. I mean, seriously, that some of the friggin' retardedest shit I've ever seen in my life that people really honestly believe, like white men are privileged. Some are, most are not, dude. I mean, and I mean, bro, if that is truly not being racist by saying that white men are privileged, and then, you know, because you're condemning that ethnic group of white men. I mean, that's racist. When people go on Southern people, calling them rednecks, accusing them of multiple incest with I don't know how many family members, that's racist. That is racism. I do not care. It does go both ways. I mean, honestly, it truly does. And people are just absolutely scary as fuck, bro. I mean, honestly, scary. That we all know there's certain words you do not say, and I mean, that are not socially acceptable. I mean, truly not socially acceptable at all when it comes to saying, and I think calling a black person the N-word is definitely not socially acceptable and should not be, absolutely should not be. But I mean, there's words that are said to white people that I mean honestly are not socially acceptable. I mean, calling a white man a cracker and or redneck and stuff like that, bro. I mean, that is of all the mocked languages that you will hear mocked, Southern people are mocked more than any, and that's the truth, dude. Honestly, Southern people will be mocked more than most, absolutely all the way around. They will be mocked more than most when it comes to any language. You will hear people mocking Southern people constantly, dude. I mean, you will absolutely hear them mocking them constantly. And I mean, people think that shit's socially acceptable, but because evidently we've inbred so much, we don't have feelings. I mean, you know, dude, I mean, I'm tired of hearing it. I mean, the bullshit that some idiots can honestly come up with. I mean, kid nor not, as bad parenting, completely all the way around. And a lot of parents will say, I didn't raise my kid like that. Well, evidently, you might not have. I mean, to be totally honest, you probably didn't. But on the same hand, you must not took too much interest in your kid's life, or they wouldn't be saying shit like that, because if you raised them better, or didn't raise them like that, you couldn't have been too involved with them, because, I mean, you would think you would know your child good enough to know that there been that person that's hating on races, ethnics, and whatever. I mean, it's sad shit, dude. Seriously. Very, very sad shit. I don't see anything socially acceptable, period. I see you as a person with some bad problems, or, you know, that, you know, you can talk to people that way. I mean, the kids are so damn disrespectful that they will tell adults they'll whoop their ass and everything else. And I mean, statistically, dude, they ain't gonna whoop nobody's ass but get the tar beat out of their ass and cause an adult to go to jail for whooping their underage ass, because they are adults that will go ahead and whoop their ass. I mean, or they'll tell me where you live and all this shit. I mean, I've got that a lot lately, dude. Tell me where you live. Well, you fuck. It's not too hard to kind of understand where the fuck I live, because, you know, you've sat there and called me hillbillies, rednecks, and every fucking thing else. I live in New York. That's where I live, dumbass. I mean, really? But, I mean, kind of talking shit like that. I mean, like, dude, you probably ain't 12 years old. I'm for sure you can't even fucking buy half the damn games you want to play, let alone buy you a plane ticket, especially if you live in Canada, you fucking retard. I mean, I pissed a few off her, dude. Yeah, them dislikes just keep a-coming, bro. I mean, I know there wasn't. I don't really give a shit. I mean, and they're so damn dumb, they think, well, you don't live around black people. Well, you've lost it, man. I mean, and you get at a lot, dude. I mean, seriously. You must not live around black people. Well, yeah, I do. I mean, yeah, I honestly do. Know quite a few. They just don't tend to act like those people. I mean, is the country really got that bad that we're in just as much turmoil and hate as we was in the 50s and 60s, man? And you know, before, I mean, it's something else. I mean, it's honestly just something else, dude. I mean, I'm going to keep that because that other part, those two parts are easy to come by. And I'm going to take the blueprint because that'll make me a couple of those. I mean, at the win up, bro, let's do this. I mean, why not? A5. I'll throw my last one in, bro. I mean, that's the furthest thing from that I'm trying to accomplish, is to piss people off at me, because I genuinely do care for people and society, but I have a strong dislike of people being as asinine as they are, dude. I mean, we don't live in the 1800s no more. Slavery has been abolished for years, a century now, and I mean, we're not in the 1960s that at all, but people act like we are. I mean, they genuinely act like we are. My daughter dates a black girl. Does that bother me? Not one damn bit. I like her. I mean, I genuinely like her. She's a good person. I mean, she honestly is. I mean, no shit. I love her to death. She's part of the family, you know. And I know there's white people that don't that do that shit. I mean, let's be honest, they are. But there's also black people that do it too. I mean, and it's bullshit of the white privilege and all that shit. That to me is a big ass slap in the face of a man that comes from a state where we were treated no better than the black people. Seriously. My state was notoriously run by companies that did not give a damn, that hired the Pinkerton agents to come kill us because we wanted a union. I mean, seriously, that's no shit. In a county right over from me, where I live, this is a fact, historical fact. The union hired Pinkerton agents to come put a stop to a rally that ended up in bloodshed. That the state troopers and the National Guard had to come in and basically put a stop to it because, I mean, we're proud people, and I mean, it's just honest. We're proud people, and you go to killing us, we will strike back. I mean, the tree huggers that come here, I mean, they did not know the danger that they were truly in when they come here that time. I mean, seriously, dude. They were in big danger. I mean, people here are crazy, man. And for them to come here and fuck with their jobs the way they did, dude, I mean, I feared for those people's lives that they were somebody that would go to killing them. I mean, to be honest, truly honest about it, I was scared to death for those guys that it was going to, because I mean, we're known to fight basic fucking wars here, dude. I mean, seriously. That's no shit. I mean, they're notorious. This state is notorious for that, dude, about not taking shit. I mean, and for those guys to come here and do some of the shit they did, I mean, I really got scared for them, dude. I mean, I honestly did. That they go to killing them. I mean, and it was just going to be bad all the way around. I mean, on that deal. Because, I mean, we all have rights to our opinions and stuff. But, I mean, when they come here with that kind of intentions, I mean, which wasn't really that bad. Having good intentions for the environment is not bad. I mean, seriously. But when you go to trying to shut down jobs and shit of people that are risking their life anyway, I mean, damn, dude, you're fucking with some people that just absolutely will go batshit crazy on your ass, dude. I mean, seriously.
Extraction is ready.
I mean, that's total honesty. It takes a unique individual to crawl in a hole for work anyway. I mean, seriously, it takes a very unique individual to go underground and work to start with, as it does for a lot of things, dude. I mean, it's when you care that much for your family, and you will go to those extents and stuff. I mean, absolutely
Keep fighting.
going and fucking with them for their work is not too damn smart on your behalf, bro. I mean, it's like the damn bullshit about Devil Anse Hatfield, about all that shit was over a friggin' pig. I was not over no pig. I live right in the main vicinity of where all that took place, and take my word, it was not over a pig. It was most definitely not over a pig. And those guys were brutal friggin' killers. I mean, they truly were. My grandfather and Devil Anse Hatfield were really good friends. But I do honestly know for the fact that never took place over a pig like it was all set to be. We might be backwards about a lot of things, but it takes more than over a fucking pig to cause killing, and there was a lot of killing went on right there on the behalf of that. A lot of killing went on over that. My grandmother, when I was a kid, used to tell me about the she growed up during the first Union Wars, and she would talk how it was just common to find dead bodies laying beside the road where, like I said, they had heard the Pinkerton agents to come in and kill anybody that was uproaring for the Union, that wanted the Union. They tried their damnedest to stop the Union, and it didn't work. It happened anyway. It was a bloody war. I mean, it truly was. And for people to watch people come in like they did back in the early 2000s, when Barack Obama, right before Barack Obama became president, and which, I mean, nobody here voted for him, which, I mean, are you going to vote for someone that has said he is going to take your livelihood? No, you're not. I mean, you're not. You're truly not. I mean, a lot of forced retirement. Hey, Chris. A lot of forced retirement and a lot of stuff become over that. I mean, it honestly was a lot of forced retirement become over that crap, and and this state is still bitter over that. And people had the bright idea that it'll come back. Co-business will never be what it was. It's seen its ups and downs, but it had never seen that length of time. So, in a way, he did get what he set out to accomplish. And truly, to be truly honest about it, I was all for it as long as they had the technology to as long as the technology was there for electricity and stuff like that. I was all for it because, let's be honest, it keeps the lights on. So, I mean, if they had other solutions, I would have been more than all the way for it. I mean, it is a dirty resource. I mean, and they've had the technology for years to make it into gas. They tend to not do that, and then, you know, when they end up going and fighting a war and shit, first thing said, well, they invaded that country for the oil. I mean, that's commonly said, you know, especially when it comes to Iraq. But Iraq, and that deal, I don't know so much about, because if they had all the oil, like people would like to say they had, why the hell did they invade Kuwait?
You can handle more of the enemy.
Take over their oil fields. I mean, that kind of a two-way street, wasn't it? I mean, if they had all the oil, why the hell did they invade Kuwait to take their oil? And then when they didn't get it, they burnt their shit down, dude. I mean, I believe in all honest fairness that it's hard to say what the war was over, but I just kind of don't believe it was over oil, because that one's a little far-fetched, considering that country had went in and tried to take over another country for that specific reason of oil, you know.
The reactor is working on your relic. Find more.
I'm just too far-fetched. I mean, and then we ended up losing the space program, and I think it was kind of a total slap in JFK's face on that one, because John F. Kennedy pushed so hard for NASA, and now we're hitchhiking to a space station, that, you know, and all that good shit. I mean, it's pretty bad shit, dude. I mean, the rate the world, the rate the world is honestly going, I've been true and honest about it. I mean, eventually the resources do have to run out. I mean, they eventually have to. I mean, let's just be honest. So why wouldn't they want and to go to these unpopulated planets to get resources from? I mean, that would, in my opinion, would be all the reason in the world to fund them and to, I mean, seriously, damn, bro, get off me. I mean, in my honest opinion, you think they would fund NASA just for that purpose of, you know, jobs?
The relic has been cracked open. What's your mission?
Being able to, yeah, it is, Chris, but I think he just wants to be a Anubis. But, I mean, you know, I really hated to see that, dude. Them, you know, when they put the last space shuttle out of commission, man. I mean, honestly, I growed up getting to watch a lot of the well, it wasn't the first moon landing, I wish, but I did get to watch the last one, and I mean, I've always been for space exploration. I mean, just be asinine to think we live in this universe because it's so vast and big alone. I mean, I don't know about little aliens visiting the Earth or whatever when it comes to that, but I mean, I do honestly believe that we are not the only beings in the universe. I just find it too hard to believe. I mean that we alone are the only ones. I mean, I just really honestly yeah, I knew this was Anubis was if I'm not mistaken, was an Anubis the protector of the Book of the Dead in Egyptian culture, I think. And I mean, you look at all the great stuff that were done in the early 1900s, and like the pyramids, about how they all these archaeologists and stuff. And man, and the Lewis and Clark, those guys. And I mean, only Lewis and Clark's we'll have now, man, is people that either go to Mars and stuff like that. I mean, we don't have that anymore. I mean, we just honestly, we don't, man. I mean, oh shit, right here, bro, right here. I mean, we honestly just don't have that anymore, dude. And I mean, kind of oh shit, let me die, bro. What the fuck's up with that, dude? I mean, it's just kind of oh, I think I done it myself because I went to try to reload. But
reinforcements available. Do you choose to?
I think I'm out here on that one, bro. Went down. Hello, Wolf. I mean, well, we just honestly don't see that anymore, dude. The explorers, and I mean, what's besides the ocean, really? What's left to explore on the Earth, man? I mean, nothing really.
Very impressive, Tenno. You held them all back. Time to get out of here.
And here it is. Everybody is so against NASA and stuff. I mean, Congress keeps cutting their budget and everything, and it's sad, man. I mean, I was honestly hoping at least in my lifetime we'd get to see people go to Mars. I mean, you would think after they went to the moon like they did. So, I mean, anymore, dude, it's kind of really hard to believe that they did. Everything has played out the way it has. I mean, it really kind of is hard to believe they did. Especially after, you know, you see all the shit where they've doctored up tapes and shit like that. It's really hard to believe that they did. But, I mean, you would kind of honestly hope they did anyway, dude. I mean, to be totally honest about it. I hope that they did, and that wasn't just a big-ass fucking lie that they pulled off, dude. But, I mean, it's real sad in a lot of ways, man. But I am totally, without a doubt, honestly, do believe that we are not the only civilization in this universe, that mankind itself is not the only ones. I mean, I just firmly believe in it. The universe is too big. I mean, I don't know about alien abductions and all that shit, but I do believe there are shit the government won't tell us.
Do you remember the old war, Operator?
I'm a firm believer in that there's shit the government won't tell us. Absolutely firm believer in that. I mean, and maybe they should in them ways. I mean, but I mean, everybody always had the conspiracy that they was keeping aliens in Area 51 and all that, and I believe, in honest truth, it was a test facility, and they were doing black projects, but and that was why it was so secretive. But I mean, the alien deal about, I kind of honestly don't really buy into that so much. You know, to be totally honest about it. I mean, not saying that it's not so, it's just, I mean, just kind of hard to buy into it. I mean, totally, truthfully, that you know, they've come and abducted. I don't know about it. I mean, I just honestly don't know about that deal. I'm going to get rid of this one. That's why I'm not putting a catalyst on it. How I gotta sweat weapons again. Damn, that's a lot of weapons. No more than I've went up. I mean, a lot of shit does make you think, but I mean, and I lived and growed up during the Cold War, and thank God a lot of you guys didn't have to endure that. I mean, lived under constant worries that one day you get up and the world will be annihilated. I mean, that's some big weight on your shoulders. I mean, it honestly is a big weight on your shoulders, and to have to deal with. I mean, over communism. I mean, it was simply over that. I mean, and
Operator, you have foundry items ready.
oh, thank you, Bader.
At your earliest convenience.
We're gonna make another Cobra, bro. Or not Cobra, Kabat. I'm gonna make another Kabat, and I needed this to do it. Okay, let's see. Kabat breeding. You know, like the pet browse implants. Alrighty, we're going to use getting deleted. Come on. put them there. Okay. Oh shit, I've done friggin' forgot how to do this. 6 of 10 genetic codes. No, motherfucker, I'm going to use the implants. You fucking bastards. But I don't have enough. I should have enough. I mean, it won't let you use your own, you fragmented motherfuckers. Damn. Damn. Well, I could go to the desolate and scan them. Damn. Damn. I thought you could use your own, dude. On that deal. Man, did I get fooled there. Man, did I get fooled there. I got 6 of 10, so I have to go back. Yeah, you can. It's like I said, you can scan them, dude. There's always some in the desolate. Never fails. I mean, damn. Well, I gotta go there and farm him anyway, so. Let me see here. Derelict's what I mean. I call it the desolate, but it's the derelict. Let me see if I can't find some vault runs. That would be so much easier to do it that way, you know. Absolutely. I mean, honestly, when I was a kid, we'd have drills in school just for that, in case that there'd be a nuclear strike, and that shit was honestly terrifying. I mean, honestly. And then to watch when Reagan was president and they finally tore down the Berlin Wall, and to know that the Cold War was going to end. I mean, that in itself was such a relief, man. And then, you know, when Trump first became president, and then everybody come up with saying he'll start a nuclear war. I mean, he honestly can't. Not unless there would be a strike on the United States. Then he could, and he would, you know, to be honest. Want to start one? No, he can't. I mean, and like I said about him, I mean, being honest and truthful, he will get voted in again, of one simple reason. He has brought jobs. And that will be the reason that they vote him back in. I mean, and I've often said he was a statement. He wasn't what most would like to think when it come to him. He was a statement to the government that people were no longer going to take the government's bullshit, and he was a statement from most middle-aged people like myself, which I didn't vote for him. I mean, honestly. I honestly did not see a candidate worth voting for in that whole deal. You had Hillary, and you had him, and Hillary is really bad on so many levels, man. I mean, why anyone condoned her, I mean, for one thing, in my opinion, she couldn't keep her husband under control. That he always felt the need to have extramarital relationships and all the shit he's done. And I mean, if she can't run her own house, in my honest opinion, she couldn't run the White House. And the Benghazi deal done her in with me, you know, because I mean, it's a proven fact. They all knowed about that, and they let it. They let it happen and stuff, and I mean that was piss poor on our government. That was really piss poor of our government. Or they are. Get off me, pussy. Yeah, come here, motherfucker. Yeah, whoa, come back here. What the hell? Damn, really, bro? Oh, I didn't get out a weapon. Fuck. That'll be alright. That'll come back anyway. But I mean, that was my problem with her. And there's a video on her which went back when she was when she was an attorney. She represented a rapist and got him off for raping a 15-year-old girl, and basically blamed it on the little 15-year-old girl. And I mean that the guy did it. And I mean, it's documented on that deal. And I mean, when you can't protect the kids, you most definitely do not need to be a government official. I mean, it's just scary shit, dude. So we need, what, 2 more? That's 6, so it takes 10, so yeah, we need 2 more.
Get ready for a capsule.
And I mean, and that's not just my saying of that deal. It's there's a video all about it on YouTube that ended up on Facebook of all places, and I thought, I've never heard that one on her. I've heard a lot on Hillary over the years, but I'd never heard that one until, you know, it documented she did that. And I mean,
additional life support has arrived.
I mean, you can't condone shit like that. That they had enough evidence to convict the dude, but she still got him off, putting it off like it was the little girl's fault, a 15-year-old little girl. I mean,
life support has been replenished.
That's sad shit, dude. I mean, that's really sad shit. It's sad that the little girl was raped, absolutely, but sadder that money got the guy out of it. And I mean, seriously, it's
life support on the way.
But now, and a lot of feminists was all for her, with that fact being known. I mean, that's it's unreal, dude. I mean that feminists would take up for a woman like that, man. I mean that you know, not only was her husband god awful, dude. I mean, and was impeached. That's fact. I mean, you know, Bill Clinton was impeached. They just let him serve his term on out. Oh, kitty. Thank you, kitty. Well, I think we just got all we needed, right, Ford? I mean, some people shock you, some of the shit they do. I mean...
Tenno, prepare for life support.
And they will do for money, is the really shocking thing of it. I mean, totally the shocking thing of it. That, which they say money is the root of all evil, and I really honestly believe that. I mean, I'm a firm believer in that.
Going for a while. I've delivered another life support capsule.
We shall have to go. I guess we'll have to go downstairs to that.
Extraction is available if you need it. The raid is off to a successful start.
Let's see. Yep, we'll have to go downstairs. And around. But it shows up, but I mean, unless I just missed it. You know, it shows upstairs. As you can see, dude, maybe I took a wrong door. Up, I did it. I need to go through here.
Incoming. I've delivered life support capsule.
I know you're... I mean, honestly, in all fairness, when it comes to it wasn't because she was a Democrat, and I do believe, and honestly believe, we'll have a woman president, and I don't see anything in the world wrong with that. And truly, I don't. I mean, I think it will be a good thing. But I think it in total honesty, it'll be after Trump serves his second term, because people are pissed at him over that wall. But in hindsight, oh, dude, they might be pissed at him, but they're not that pissed. They're to be totally honest, I'd say they're kind of pretty fucking happy with him with jobs. And I mean, that's just being honest, because he's given something that Obama promised that he didn't fulfill on. Obama promised jobs, but they were few and far between, to where Trump is legitly given jobs, and that matter, he'll get one more. I mean, absolutely, he'll get one more term.
There's a time-limited mission alert available. Check navigation.
Just like they give Obama a chance to go through with what he had said he would accomplish. And by all fairness on him, it was kind of destined for not to happen for him, just because of he had got so much controversy on him over his first term. You know, the big turtle crossing and all that good shit that we need 3 more. The turtle crossing got him, dude. I mean, to be totally honest about it, it absolutely got him around that deal at turtle crossing. I mean, he put a lot of fucking money in that shit, dude, for the taxpayer money. I mean, he drove the deficit up within 1 term than 2 terms of a war did. I mean, that's saying something. I mean, he made some bad fucking decisions, but Obamacare wasn't as honestly, in my opinion, wasn't that bad a deal, and that people really did deserve that as to what ended up happening on that deal. Now that they're going to go back into it and try to take it and stuff, that's going to be another fiasco that honestly shouldn't have to the public shouldn't have to endure. I mean, genuinely, by all rights, the employer should have to, if not fully provide it, they should have to provide it in some manner to their employees. But you take places like McDonald's, these fast food chains that will not work someone a full 40 hours till they're obligated to have to do it, so they'll work them 38 hours, and just to be under that majority that they don't have to give them health care and stuff. I mean, and it is something that everyone deserves, regardless if they're working at Mickey D's or if they're a CEO. I mean, that should be a healthcare should honestly be a given instead of what it is. And I mean, Canada does kind of have somewhat of the right idea. I mean, but to be totally honest, when it comes to healthcare, the way they do it, but I mean, there's so many it says that it's fucked up so bad that it's like a waiting list to die. I mean, that's pretty fucked up. But I mean, they have the right idea about it. I mean, that it honestly should be. But I mean, everybody talks about healthcare and stuff, but they don't really want to address that the doctors charge so much. I mean, a typical doctor visit to a general practitioner in my state, $250 fucking dollars, dude. I mean, to go in for a few minutes and And I mean, if you're young, you don't have to go to the doctor that much and stuff, so it don't affect you as much as it does when you're middle-aged and older, like I am. That you end up put on a lot of medications, Cymbalta being one of them. And
life support on the way.
Then prescription drugs are costly, and then you have old people that are on Social Security, and I don't give a damn what anyone says. Social Security is not a damn given. If you do not work, you cannot get it. Not in the capacity that would ever be an amount you can live on, and that's a fact. Because I don't even know what supplementary Social Security pays. I honestly have no idea. But I do know what disabled Social Security pays, retirement, and it's barely enough to make. Well, it's not barely enough to make it where I'm single. It's not so bad on me. But as I'm getting older and more health problems are starting to exist for me, I can see why a lot of older people are feeling the pinch of it. I mean,
Get ready for a capsule.
We're talking medicines. My brother-in-law has to take breathing. He has really bad lungs, and they have him on some breathing medication that it's costly as fuck. I mean, seriously, it is costly. And we're talking, I think, like a 30-day supply that's like $400. I mean, when you're on a fixed income, $400 means a lot. I mean, and I try to help my sister and brother-in-law all I can, because, they've always been here for me and helped me. And, but thank God for family. And, I mean, seriously, thank God for family when it comes to that. That will try to help you and stuff. It's ridiculous what we pay out to the medical profession and these pharmaceuticals. I mean, it truly is. And if they would address that, I mean, honestly, if they'd address the dark horse in the room when it comes to about how much doctors charge. And no matter what they say, that's not a regulated price. They charge what they want. I mean, they do not regulate doctors, period. I mean, not like they do insurances. Well, that's another thing they don't regulate, and as insurance companies or power companies. I mean, they don't regulate them. I mean, it's that stuff. Like in my state, there's one power company. You can't shop around. There's no shopping around on power companies here. Period. We have one. That's it. You're either with them or you're living medieval, bro. I mean, seriously. And damn, where the hell? Oh. I mean, that's a fact. Either you're with them or you're living medieval. Take your choice. I mean, to them, they really don't give a fuck. and and they've got some of the biggest raid hacks in that. I mean, under Obama's law, they got a lot of raid hacks to go green, which, you know, they didn't. I mean, let's just be honest. And I mean, I think that nuclear repair really should be an option. I mean, to be totally honest about it. I mean,
life support has arrived.
I think technology is catching up and stuff to where it should honestly be an option for nuclear repair, because I mean, it's cheaper. It's, if dealt with right, it's not a big impact on the environment like coal, gas, oil. I mean, these are $1 billion, $1 trillion things that they're doing that, I mean, that the resources have to eventually run out, that they could, and power could be a hell of a lot cheaper. And, I mean, a typical winter in my other home, it's cheaper here where I live. It has a lot to do with why I live small. I do live small. I mean, to be totally honest about it, I live small because, for one thing, I'm single. I don't need the I honestly don't need the space. I mean, and that's being totally honest. I honestly don't need all that space like I did when I was oh shit, I have to go to each one. Damn it. Or wait till, I think you can just scan so many of them a day. But, I mean, I honestly don't need the space. So, and in the wintertime, my other home would cost me anywhere from $400 to $600 a month electric bills. Well, I tell you, I'm talking about this because I want to, and for another,
Operator, are you
if you don't like it, bro, toodles, bruh. But I'm going to help you out with that. Or, old buddy, old pal. See, there's why I'm talking about that, and bye. Too many smart asses in the world, bro. I mean, I'm in a mood any fucking way for people to come along. Why are you talking about that? Because I want to, dude. Let me ask you something. Why you got 124 subs with no fucking videos, bro? And no views either. No, if you ain't, you're funny as fuck, bro. If you ain't subscribed, you're missing out. Hit the red button. Okay. What are you supposed to be? I'm gonna unblock you, goddammit. I'm wanting to hear your take on this. Okay, bro. You unblocked, bro. Don't run off. Okay. No, you don't, bro. You do not lose your views. I delete videos all the time, dude, and I've never lost a view over it. Your views go to your channel itself. You do not lose views for deleting videos. Well, maybe you do, bro, where you're under the... I don't know, bro. I've never lost views over deleting videos, and I delete them all the time on account of getting the email that they're not quote unquote to their standards, that they can monitorize them, you know. So I'm not going to say you're wrong. You probably are right with that. It's hard to tell about YouTube, to be totally honest. On that, on your behalf on that one, bro. I about have to agree with you on that, dude. It's totally plausible that they would do shit like that, to be honest about it. I mean, I probably have to agree with you on it. They have so many community standards, dude. Well, I agree with you. It probably does vary different with people. I mean, they like on the subject of YouTube, you know, since we're talking about it, they have this. The deal used to be, back when I first started, this is my like second channel. Back when I first started, they kind of really didn't matter either way when it come to subs. If you had, it wasn't as many then as it is now. It's 1,000 now. That come into effect a few years back. You had to have 1,000, or they wouldn't monetize your videos. Then they, it had to be 1,000 and so many views. That's what it's become into now. It's 1,000. So many views plus so many watch time hours, and for a lot of you that don't understand that, it's in your oh shit, let me see here, and I can explain it easier if I'm into it. But in your in your monetization and stuff, you'll have your in your creator studio, rather, because it's all changed again from what it was. That was more for streamers to account for about it. Your analytics will show a whole hell of a lot to you, but you'll have watch timers, and if you don't have a certain amount of watch timers now, which mine's shockingly a hell of a lot, it's way higher than my view count, believe that or not, on my watch timers. If you don't have, you can have the views, but if you don't have the watch timers, they still won't monetize. Is it 400? 400 it is? Yep, it's 400, and that has, yeah, you're right, that has to be monthly, and if you can't keep that monthly, they will demonetize your channel for that, and which is totally, in my honest opinion, very wrong that they do that, because of I mean, it doesn't give the newer channels the wheelie and the space that they honestly need to grow. I mean, it's hard enough to get 1,000 subs. It's hard enough to get X amount of views and watch timers one time, to let alone to keep it coming constantly. And if you just upload it and you don't live stream, I mean, without the right tags in them, a lot of your videos will get missed. And I mean, it's truly so hard to get going into YouTube. This channel here is on its fifth year. Fifth year. I'm pretty sure fifth year on this one. And this one has been so hard to keep going. I mean, to be totally honest, it's back when they started promoting everybody streaming to the gamers. I mean, they totally prefer, if you're a gamer, that you stream so much and stuff. I mean, it's not forced upon you, but they do like the ideas that you do it. I mean, if you go by that fact alone of it, I mean, you would yeah, I agree with your 100% on that. They do want to limit the amount that they have to give, but I mean, in all fairness to the gaming community and to the YouTubers itself, even for the, you know, like yourself and the other channels that don't have over 1,000 subs, it's your videos will have commercials in them regardless. The only thing they're doing is counting you out of getting paid for it, and it is totally wrong. In my honest opinion of it, that is totally wrong, because you're getting looked over even though you're still making money. I mean, yeah, it is totally normal for a company. I do agree with you that, but nevertheless, they are making money from you without having to pay you for your content. And I mean, and any other, well, besides Twitch is damn near the same. But I mean, if you really want to get technical when it comes to Twitch, that's a woman's world, and it's harder than hell for a man to make it in it too. I mean, no offense to the ladies, Twitch has chose a route that, I mean, that most feminists would jump all the fuck over, bro. I mean, yeah, I know, dude. I have enough followers on Twitch. I could partner with them, but I myself choose not to, because if you partner with Twitch, you're obligated for your videos to stay there for X amount of days before you can even upload them to social media, and that is, I mean, it's kind of really controlling that you would put yourself into that position. I mean, and if you don't make X amount of dollars for them while you're partnered with them, they can ban your channel and basically delete it. And I mean, and for that matter, that would be you know, time wasted. I mean, so I mean, and let's just be honest, you can talk shit about YouTube, and YouTube still won't ban you without just reasons, but Twitch will ban you for any reason, especially if you start talking shit about them and their platform of how they basically extort women for and that I mean, it's Yeah, dude. I mean, and Mixer is kind of new too. For the guys that don't have an Xbox, probably don't know about Mixer, but Mixer's kind of new too. But they work on the same basic platform that Twitch does. I don't know if they're female gender as much as Twitch is. I mean, let's just be honest. A few years back, Twitch would never have put up with a lot of what they do. It starts for something that honestly started as a gaming channel that ended up into what it is honestly shocking. I mean, because, used to be either you gamed or you wasn't on Twitch, period. They would ban your ass and throw you off. Or then you got these ladies like Legendary Leela and a few others that decided they'd really draw them in by showing a few some coochie shots and shit. That that if a guy takes his shirt off YouTube or Twitch, either one, will get your ass banded in a heartbeat. Is really really surprising, considering that for something that genuinely started as a gaming channel that did ended up making Twitch into what they are, as riddled with controversy and a lot of drama, dude. I thought YouTube was really really bad for drama, but seems like Twitch has just totally took it over when it comes to drama, man. Absolutely, Twitch is just absolutely got ridiculous when it comes to drama. Honestly. Yeah, I know Twitch is totally a world different than YouTube. I honestly stream on both platforms, and when you go toward views and let's be honest, man, girls get the views on Twitch. And guys really have to you can't run two keys at once. I don't guess you can. Maybe I have yeah, maybe you can run two keys. I'm not too for sure, but you're totally right, bro, on that behalf. Or Twitch, and you have kind of no way to tag your videos to get them out there to where you can draw in people. I've got lucky, and a lot of people that watch me on YouTube have followed me on Twitch, and on that deal. But to be honest, I would never think of partnering with Twitch for quite a few reasons, to be totally honest about it. There is so many aspects that they write into their rules that are not male friendly. If you call a female Twitch thought, they will ban your ass for that, straight up. I mean, PewDiePie, he's been under a lot of controversy over calling them Twitch thoughts, and yeah, I'm wearing a hobble. No killing kavats, no shit. Need to scan those. Oh shit. Okay, I'll do the hobble and get on vote. But I mean, it's I mean, gaming itself changed in so many ways. It's scary, but I mean, especially, you know, when you start all the bad games we've been getting. I mean, really, this past year, the games that we've got is let's see here what we got. Okay. I got a hobble. Whatever. But oh, they didn't even put their damn keys on. Yeah, but and then YouTube. I mean, and literally, if the law passes in the UK that they say is going to pass, it's not going to be good there either. I mean, to be totally honest, for gamers or anybody of social media and anything of the sort, when it comes to that, just the simple deal that YouTube and Twitch and I think Facebook are opting out on those deals, or that they'll no longer provide services to those countries when so I mean, so if you live in those countries, I mean, it's I mean, and which they've also been sending us emails stating that they'll no longer be broadcasting us in those countries.
I remember these monsters from
I mean, straight up, they made that clear that they'll no longer be broadcasting us in those countries, just to the simple fact that, damn, I went the wrong way.
We cannot let our target know we're here. Track them down quickly.
I mean, so that's going to be viewers lost, and
Located. Bring them in.
so I mean, so
Mission. The captive has been assigned to the extraction point. Well done. A juggernaut.
yeah, I agree with you, bro. Fortnite has absolutely popularized it, and I mean, everybody keeps thinking Apex is going to beat Fortnite. I mean, I don't honestly see it, dude. That they do. To be totally honest, I just do not see Apex coming over top of Fortnite, for that matter, because of, I mean, that's just a trend, dude, that just keeps growing, bro. I mean, it just, oh, he found it. Good deal. I mean, Fortnite's been a phenomena I mean, it's going to if PUBG and these other games, it's bleeding. He's a coming, but you know, I mean, when like when
a broken vault. Curious. You have the vault artifact. Let's go.
When
like some corrupted stayed behind to guard the artifact. It must be valuable.
When I bought Fortnite on my Xbox when it first came out, when it was a just a demo, you know, a beta, and it wasn't a battle royale. Oh shit! I mean, it wasn't a battle royale, and they and I mean, it just wasn't. It was a save the world. Then they added battle royale to it, and oh shit, the Kavats, yay! Got me, kitty. Oh shit. Damn Kavats, bro. But I mean, and I mean, it's just turned into the damn phenomena it is now, dude. And I mean, it's definitely a phenomenon now. That's a fact. I mean, there's just so many people that absolutely love Fortnite, and I mean, and it's just so damn popular, and yeah, I agree. Save the World is a good game. I like it too, dude. I truly do. I mean, absolutely. I'm a big fan of I mean, to show you, dude, they
We'll interrogate
I think I give
back at base. Your part is done here, Tenno.
academic agility. Okay, I already had that one, so but it really doesn't matter. And I mean, it just honestly goes to show you that they that game has just went bonkers, dude. And Apex, I haven't played it. I know it's a EA game, and that in itself says a lot because it's an EA game. I mean, EA is not a really trusted company right now, dude, and I mean, you know, who's to say once it gets really popular that they will change from what they are. I mean, and that's a big worry when it comes to EA, is that they will, you know. So, I mean, I think everybody's got their concerns. Like like Anthem. I mean, I myself won't even think about buying Anthem, just of the simple fact of
excellent armaments, operator. Please return
Covered in blood.
safe and sound.
because I don't trust them, dude. I mean, we have the fiasco they pulled with damn, I still didn't get them. I think you can only scan so many. One more, but I mean, and you yeah, they are the masters of looking things behind the paywall. It's the creators of Titanfall, or the creators of the game of aspect, and I mean, it's EA. It's people try to come off with, well, they got a little bit to do with it. No, dude, it's EA. EA, they don't take little bits. They have full control, and I mean, and that's scary. I mean, that's really scary that EA is into that game. I mean, that's really scary. I mean, EA don't know how to stick with cosmetics being the only thing that they put microtransactions on. I mean, if they did, it would that would be a big changer. I mean, when it come to the game, in my point of view of it, if microtransactions were honestly, truly all they
You are here on a capture mission. You must find, capture,
all they
and
would
extract our target.
would be all they did. But I mean, these are the same guys that friggin' ruined, or it is right there. I mean, these are the guys that ruined.
We can let our target know we're here. Track them down quickly.
Star Wars, man.
Capture them before they escape.
I mean, they legitimately damn near destroyed the Star Wars franchise, man, and I mean, didn't take them long to do it, dude. I mean, and Activision, honestly, bro, is no better. I mean, in all fairness, Activision is no better. I mean, the Call of Duty community is a shit mess too, dude. I mean, right now at this point in time, I mean, honestly, gaming is looking kind of bleak. I mean, it truly is. Gaming is really looking bleak, just for the simple fact that, I mean, we have these companies that are, I mean, just honestly too money-minded, dude. I mean, I know it's all business when it comes to it and stuff, but there's no more customer appreciation. We no longer get anything for being loyal to a game. I mean, or a trilogy or whatever of a game. We don't see that anymore. We just it's always to let's see, what one is it here? They haven't said yet, but they did find it. I could have swore we went by it, But I mean,
unlocked in a Roken vault.
Oh yeah.
It's clean. Vault artifact. Let's go.
I mean, we just
something's wrong.
We just don't see this anymore. I mean, we honestly don't, and it's I mean, like some people don't believe that Bungie. I mean, when Bungie was affiliated with Xbox, it was nothing to be playing the game, and a dev join in, and yeah, dude, the EA is really good at extorting on stuff. I mean, they truly are. Is that what they're charging on Apex? Is $20 for a gun? I mean, that's not surprising at all, to be totally honest. That they're that they are. That's honestly not surprising. That it's kind of a mess, dude. I mean, look at the Division, the new Division. I was watching a video on it, and then read an article too about it that they had literally made so many excuse me, so many different versions. Oh, Black Ops 4. Oh, yeah, dude. Yeah, absolutely. Treyarch. Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Treyarch is, Activision and Treyarch, they're losing it, dude. I mean, they let their best series with zombies die. I mean, honestly, they killed that out. then they have changed it.
Interrogate the captive back in
Critical
base.
delay.
Your part is done here, Tenno.
For arrival. That one is a new one for me. They've killed it out so bad, dude. I mean, and I was a big fan of the trailer zombies, and I mean, they just destroyed it. I mean, honestly, they've honestly destroyed it, and I mean, and then you take all the controversy that they're having with the everything. I mean, it's gaming itself is not looking good. I mean, when you take these big companies that are honestly devastating themselves to the point that they're not going to be able to survive, I mean, and they're going under, and that they honestly think that no matter what they produce, people are going to buy trash games. I mean, you know, I'm 49 years old, and I can honestly remember watching Atari falter and go under. I mean, that, and I thought then, well, damn. I mean, really, you know, how long is it going to be before we see a in-home console that we're going to have to quit going to arcades and stuff like that? They were big when I was a kid, arcades and stuff like that. And when the Atari came out, I mean, it was a way to play games at home, and I mean, until the Nintendo launched, that much time passed in between that no company wanted to go that route. I mean, we would honestly not see gaming as we see it today if it wasn't for companies like Nintendo and Sony, Microsoft. They've got us where we're at, and now we got companies like EA, Activision, that are, and Bethesda as another one, you know, that are pushing the nerves of gamers. I mean, it will come to a point that gamers won't buy it. I mean, I'll catch you later, bro, and it's been good talking to you too, bro. I mean, it's gaming in general is kind of looking sad all the way around, and it honestly is, of the simple fact that people are not going to keep funneling into this shit. Loot boxes, they already got Congress on them and all that, man. I mean, Brazil has outlawed them all the way around, and I mean, it's a matter of time till the United States does the same thing. They're calling underage gambling out of the loot boxes, and but their remedy to that is to blame it on the rating system of the game. And I mean, as kind of a sketchy ass way to to be totally honest, that is a sketchy as way to put it out, to put the blame on anyone but themselves, when in fact they know it's gambling. They rely on the fact that kids and adults will get hooked on it, and that they know what the odds are of you getting what you're wanting from the game. So it's gambling. It's straight gambling. I've had this discussion before over Apex and EA in general, and can you really trust them to not implement some way of trying to make it unattainable?
Tenno, a
And
new alert has begun.
I mean,
It will be marked on
these are the
navigation.
guys that invented the shit that you're going to put all your trust into them. I mean, I honestly don't. And then the people say, "Well, I hate on Anthem because of Warframe." Is just honestly not the case. It truly isn't. I hate on it, not of the game itself. I hate on it of the creators, for one, and the ones that holds the license for it, and that would be EA. I mean, let's just totally be honest. Apex was launched as a way to divert the public and the gaming community from the fact that they too notorious for loot boxes, Bioware and EA. Bioware's notorious for it. And people say, well, I love Bioware and stuff. Bioware's not Bioware anymore. Bioware is a totally different company than the guys that made 1 through 3 of the trilogies of Mass Effect. That is not the same Bioware anymore. Those guys have either forward quit and is no longer with the company. And EA is notorious for buying companies and shredding them to get where they want to be, and Activision is too, for that matter. When all in all, and in true honesty, I would dare see a smaller company make it as in such with DE and stuff. I get pissed at DE. I honestly do. But at the end of the day, they do represent what I am all about, and that is that it is free to play. Anything in this game can be obtained. Put money but your time into it. It is not totally unattainable. And another game that's basically with the same concept is Star Trek Online rather. Is basically in the same category that you can play it. It's not like DC Universe that they will be shit that you cannot do, or episodes that, and I mean, it is at a total free-to-play basis that rely on microtransactions to keep it going. I mean, and I think we all can agree that microtransactions aren't that bad. I mean, but as far as seeing Anthem make it and be a great game, I would love to. But it has two contributors against it that, in my honest opinion, I'm unwilling to give them the chance, and that is EA and BioWare. And I mean, and I caught reviewer over Apex that, I mean, says that I shouldn't feel that way and shit when it comes to EA. That, I mean, how many times do they gotta slap you in the face before you honestly realize that they don't give a damn for you? They want your money and will go to any matters to keep it a cash cow. I mean, it's bad business. I mean, when I found out that Bungie was affiliated with was honestly affiliated with Activision, I mean, my God, dude, my heart went to my feet because I knowed that they were going to take. To be totally honest, I thought they would dismantle Bungie. To be totally honest, I thought, well, there goes a great bunch of devs that are going to be dismantled. And then when they didn't dismantle them, I thought, not so bad. I mean, it's Bungie. They make good games, so... I mean, so... I felt... which Destiny, the first one, got a lot of hate over Activision, and that was truly Activision that decided they would sell a season pass, but then call it what they called it to...
Additional life has arrived.
You know, and I mean, I've never faltered Bungie on that deal because I played on the Xbox, and back when Bungie controlled their game, I mean, let's be honest, there hasn't been a good Halo since Bungie left. I mean, there just hasn't, and it's turned into one of the toxic community that I don't. I mean, when Bungie run it, you would have never got on there and been toxic like that. I mean, Bungie would have never, ever, for one moment, would have ever, for 1 second, let you buy with that. I mean, seriously, they would never have let you jeopardize their game in that manner. And
I've delivered another life support capsule.
I mean, them was Destiny, dude. Everybody just went to, and you know, can you blame those guys for getting mad that they did that shit with them, sold them a season pass, and then made it an expansion? I mean, it sold as a season pass. A season pass means you get the whole content they create for the game. I mean, half games, that's what we've all been buying, half games. I mean, straight up, we're buying half games that are, I mean, that are seriously just, which, I mean, games have been set at the $59.99 for a long time now, which, I mean, in all fairness, if you go by the economy alone, it's more than time that game prices raise, but they stick at the same price, and I mean,
another life support capsule is now available.
Take the Call of Duties, for example, per se. Okay, they're about $115, taxes and all. Season pass and everything. I mean, season pass now, $115. And people spend that yearly on them. I mean, it's a fact. So, don't, for $115. Now, these are the same guys that used to give rewards, in-game rewards. That, I mean, just for buying a certain map, you would get, with Black Ops 2, you get the Peacemaker. You'd, each one had a different deal. I think, Infinity Wards was survival, Black Ops was, zombies, you know, stuff like that. They were other than the zombie phenomenon hit, which I was firm agreeer and loved. But you played a specific Call of Duty for a specific mode. I loved the aliens. I thought they were great. I mean, honestly, I thought they were really great, and would have loved to seen that keep going. But I mean, it didn't. They all decided we'll make everybody zombie fanatics. We'll just put zombies in all of them, and that crap they pulled, which Treyarch was the best at them. They created them, but now theirs is you can't recognize what they got going now. So they decided to do away with a campaign, which everybody loved the campaigns, and opted out of a campaign and put a battle royal in. That everybody keeps trying to create this phenomenon of Fortnite that, I mean,
life support on the way.
I mean, the only ones ever really come one bit close was PUBG. I mean, they're the only ones. And I mean, that's fact. I mean, and PUBG is faltering. They've opted into the my biggest fault with PUBG is they opted into the microtransaction deal. Not so bad. Honestly, not so bad. But the one thing Fortnite does that PUBG doesn't do, when you do certain tasks, whatever, in the game, you will get V-Bucks. So if you save your V-Bucks, you can buy battle passes, you can buy skins, you know, and as I mean, really acceptable, you know, as long as you do things within missions and or in the Save the World, you will be able to buy certain things, and it's great. I mean, honestly, is honestly great. But I mean, PUBG went totally different about it. You know, they have their the points you normally get that we all got to start with that would buy some things, certain things. But then they add this untainable stuff, you know, specifically the Harley Quinn Joker skins. They added those, but you can't obtain them with your battle points, or I forget exactly the name of them. I haven't played since that. To be honest, the simple fact, once I seen that and seen where they were at. Now, And also keep in mind, PUBG is not a
When you need it, extraction's ready.
PUBG is not a free-to-play game. I mean, absolutely not a free-to-play. So, for one thing, you bought the game. Now they've added skins that are unobtainable unless you buy. Not all terribly expensive game, but nonetheless is a free to play. Is not a free to play.
Under job well executed.
So do they really have the? I mean, and also a game riddled with glitches, hacks. You name it, it's riddled with it, and plagued. I mean, Xbox One, it was plagued with shit for the longest time that it took them forever to fix. And instead of fixing the game and making it more enticing for more to come play the game, I mean, and adding maps and stuff of that nature, they opt into microtransactions and bleeding dry the community they already have. I mean, I haven't looked on Twitch in a while, but I will really quick about the standing. I think right now Apex is beating even Fortnite right now on Twitch, beating up by about 10,000 viewers. So, I mean, and which I've seen them come up and beat Fortnite before. PUBG did it for a bit, but it eventually lost its luster. And I mean, like right now, dude, PUBG is setting totally fucking low, dude. I mean, damn, where the fuck is PUBG? Let me see here. The just chatting bullshit is coming in better than gaming. I mean, really, dude. It's like 4th most viewed on Twitch at the moment. I mean, kind of really sad. Counter-Strikes and Dota 2 is, I mean, just chatting is coming in even fucking higher than Dota 2, Counter-Strike, Hyper Jam, Grand Theft Auto. I mean, it's beating those, dude. I mean, it's sad. And then you have Music and Performing Arts. Never heard of that one. Overwatch and Apex. Apex is 16.3K, which that's for the moment, you know. I think everybody's interested in seeing what's going to happen toward that game. And then you have World of Warcraft always stands fairly good in viewership. PUBG is way down. Right along with Rainbow Siege. And Metro and Evil Within 2 are beating those at the moment. I mean, and Smash Brothers as Unlimited is doing pretty good. Call of Duty is in Black Ops 4 is even lower. Oh gosh, I mean, Sea of Thieves, it bounces and varies. 4.8K views. And you have Dark Souls 3, League of Legends, never could get into that game. Final Fantasy, Warframe right now is 1.3K, which, I mean, to me is kind of shocking because of, I mean, people come and go on Warframe, but Warframe is continuously downloaded and played as much as any on Steam. So, I mean, but let's see here. Battlefield 5. I've been wondering about that one, how it's been purring. 720 viewers on Battlefield 5, EA game. Says a lot. A new game, a few months old, is doing that bad. I mean, let's just be honest. The more that play a game, go to see what other people are doing and stuff on the games. I mean, literally, just not that many people playing it, man. I mean, and I mean, it's that's something else. I mean, when ASMR is coming in with 4.6K views, I mean, I've watched ASMRs, and I mean, my God, dude. But we're talking real-time deals here. That I mean, Apex has 264K viewers at the moment, and which it's been high for quite a bit now, and it's even beaten an anticipated game as Anthem was. Anthem was highly anticipated by a lot. I mean, you do have a lot of Mass Effect's community, and you have a lot of the Warframe community that has anticipated this game too. That I mean, a hell of a lot of the Warframe community anticipated Anthem, and the game does look great. I mean, a person would be lying to even start to say that game does not look great. But I mean, like Black Ops 4, the game's not all that old, and for it to have 10.4K views at the moment is kind of sad. I mean, normally the Call of Duty's ranked way up in the tops, and what does that? I mean, that kind of says something when it comes to the pro circuit of the Call of Duties. It's foundering, man. I mean, it's seen its limelight and dying. When you have games like Grand Theft Auto, and Grand Theft Auto's beating Anthem too, I may say, and Fortnite and Dota, League of Legends. These games are beating Call of Duty. They're beating Call of Duty, and a lot of shooters, dude. I mean, Counter-Strike's always been fairly good, but when Overwatch, it sees a high, then goes low, you know what I mean, when it comes to Overwatch. But battle royals and grinder games are beating all the I mean, you take a game like Grand Theft Auto, as old as that game is, and it's still as popular as it is, and with with Warframe, World of Warcraft, the older games are just as popular than most of the new games. I mean, that's really saying a lot of distrust for the for these companies, I mean, seriously, that's a lot of distrust for, which, now, these are just on Twitch platform. This is not counting YouTube, Mixer, and the other platforms that people stream on. I mean, it's, we're talking Twitch in general, but normally, they're the ones that a lot of people go by, is Twitch and YouTube too, which are games. Those games are, I mean, I would say would probably be pretty hard to find Battlefield 5 on YouTube being live streamed. I mean, not saying that you couldn't. I'm just saying that it'd probably be pretty hard, because we're talking platforms that but let's just be honest, for streaming, Twitch as one of the highly sought after platforms when it comes to advertisers and stuff. And I mean, your advertising dollars are going to Fortnite, League of Legends, Apex at the moment, Dota, Counter-Strike, Grand Theft Auto, Hyper Jam, Overwatch, those games, new games, a couple new ones, like Apex and Anthem. But other than that, we're talking games that's been out for quite a while that people are still, like Overwatch has been out for quite a while, and people are still watching and playing those games than they are going to the newer games. I mean, that says a hell of a lot. That says a whole hell of a lot. Like Sea of Thieves, another disaster that it become into being a decent game over time. I mean, it's that's food for thought, that's for sure. I mean, that we got these games here, and that they're absolutely just games that, I mean, are involved a toxic game. They say Overwatch is kind of toxic, but that's a game I've been thinking about getting in and playing my own self, as Overwatch. Grand Theft Auto, a tad toxic, but a decently good community to it. Counter-Strike, toxic community. I mean, Dota, they say, Dota 2, they say it's got a toxic community to it. I mean, Battle Royals, you really can't call that toxic. Shit talkers, I mean, any kind of shooter like it's mostly shit talkers. There's shit talkers in all the shooters, I mean, but as far as, and the funny thing, that a game that a lot of people were really into, but most are not anymore, ESO. I mean, I'm not even seeing it streamed here on Twitch, to be totally honest, at the moment, unless I've just went past it. But as it is, I'm not seeing it that much, or that good, rather. Let me scroll back to the top here. Let's see if we can find ESO. I'm looking. There's Skyrim. Skyrim sitting at 815 viewers. Battlefield 685, 87 rather, which 648 for Borderlands 2. So that says something right there. Everybody loves Borderlands. I mean, and Paladin, 408, Farming Simulator, Halo. It's Master Chiefs who are playing the campaign, I would think. Damn, dude, I still haven't seen Witcher. Shit. I don't see. Black Ops 3 is down to 188 viewers on Twitch. Damn. That game has really went downhill too. But I feel I would say from hackers and shit of that nature. Battlefield 4. I truly, honestly, let me tap it in and let's see if we can find it that way. I mean, other than that, here we go. We'll scroll online. 1,838 viewers at the moment. And they're doing a lot of crown giveaways and stuff like that. I mean, that game has really went downhill. I mean, totally went downhill from what it used to be. And it's a shame. It is a great game. I mean, a great game can get a toxic community, and it honestly will mean the demise of that game. And that's sad. I mean, that's honestly really sad that games can end up with the wrong people playing it and drive, and that's Elder Scrolls' biggest downfall, is that its community is
New alert marked on navigation, Tenno.
It's oh shit. Oh my god, my sister tagged me in some shit, bro. That is fucking comical. I mean, seriously. I gotta go, guys. Please like and sub.